Hey, church, I want to just take a minute and encourage you from the scriptures. I'm here in Second Timothy, and this is a letter written by the Apostle Paul to his young son in the faith, his young protege, Timothy. And Second Timothy, this letter is actually the last piece of writing that the Apostle Paul will do before he dies. And with that in mind, it's really important that we pay attention to what he writes. It's almost as though he writes a manifesto on his life. It's almost as if he's saying, Timothy, in light of my experience, in light of all of the years that I've lived, this is the wisdom, this is the information that I want to leave with you. And in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12, there's a statement that Paul makes that has stuck with me, and one that I've meditated upon almost daily as we've been in the midst of this COVID situation. I believe it will encourage you. Paul writes this, and he says to Timothy, again, at the end of his life, he writes, Timothy, "For I know whom I have believed, and I am persuaded that he's able to keep what I have committed to him until that day." The picture language that Paul is using here is significant. Maybe let me try and explain it like this. Many of you know I've got 3 boys at home, 11, 9, and 4. And particularly with the older 2, I've done my very best to give them responsibilities and give them chores and tasks at home. And it's a part of growing up. It's a part of developing their character and their value system and what it means to be a young man. And I'm doing my very best. And this applies more to the older 2 at this point because of their age. But as I give them little tasks, whether it's taking out the garbage or whether it's bringing in the garbage or cleaning their room, as they perform those tasks well and as they do them with excellence, I then can entrust them with even more responsibility. Just a few weeks ago, we were at a coffee shop and I gave my oldest son some cash and I said, "Hey, look, would you go to the counter and would you order me a coffee and then get whatever drink that you want?" And he was so excited. It was this new responsibility for him, and he knew he was going to have to go up there and look the barista in the eye and speak clearly and order and then give the cash and get the change and bring it back. And man, he did the job so well. I was so proud of him, and it was a big moment for him. And come down and we enjoyed our drinks together. Just the other night, as a matter of fact, we went on a family walk, and I took the house key, locked the door, and we're going to go for our walk. And I gave the house key to my oldest son. I said, "Son, will you hold on to this for me? This is really important. Don't lose this key. If you lose this key, we won't be able to get back into the house." And he was so proud, and he took that key and he put it in his pocket, and he walked with his shoulders back. He knew he had this responsibility upon him. And then my 9-year-old came to me and said, Dad, like, why didn't you give me the house key? Like, why didn't you let me walk with the key? And I said, "Well, son, your brother has a proven track record of fulfilling the responsibilities that I give him." I go, "You are what we call a work in progress. You have a track record of there being holes in your pockets, and the things that go into your pockets don't tend to stay in your pockets. But we're going to work on that. And as we work on that, and as you prove yourself trustworthy, you'll get more and more responsibility." Now, I want you to see the picture that I've painted there and keep that in your mind, and then go back to what Timothy writes, or what Paul writes to Timothy. He says, "Timothy, I know whom I have believed." He's talking about God. "I know whom I have believed, and I am persuaded." Literally, that word means I know from personal experience. I know from years and years of experience that God is able to keep. That word keep literally means to guard or to hold. That God is able to guard and hold what I've committed him until that day. I want you to know we serve a God who has a proven track record of faithfulness. That whatever it is we commit to him, he's able to guard it, to keep it, and to hold it. So what is it that we need to commit to him? Is it your family that you need to commit to him? Is it your health that you need to commit to him? Is it your business that you need to commit to him in this season? Is it the future? Whatever it is, I pray that you would commit it to him, that you would put it in his hands. He is faithful. And I want to just encourage you that God is with you. If he's with you, that means he's for you. And if he's for you, nobody can be against you. We serve a faithful God. He will see us through this season. We can commit our lives to him, and he will guard, he will keep, and he will hold those things that we commit to him. Be blessed, church. We love you. Can't wait to see you.